Hello, I'm Sheridan, and I'm very, very fortunate to be spending time with the fabulous chef and author of my Greek family table, Maria Benardis.
Thank
Welcome.
You for having me, Soy.
Yasu, Maria.
Yasu.
Now, I was reading that you first got into cooking with your yaya. Is that right? Yeah, or yaya.
We're doing it Greek today.
Which is your grandmother. Oh my God, I'm so multilingual.
She's very Greek, very
I know.
Greek. Yeah, so I started cooking from a very young age with my grandmother at 5, but it wasn't just cooking. We actually grew everything. So I actually got to see, where an egg came from, because, we had chickens.
Were you in Australia or in Greece?
In Greece, on the little island of Psara. I was born here, but I went to live there with my grandmother because my mother had passed away. So basically it was a beautiful experience. It was a hard life because I'd have to get up each morning and have chores. So I had to pick the eggs, I had to milk the goat, because with the milk we'd actually make yogurt and make cheese.
Oh,
I'd help my grandmother bake bread. If we didn't bake the bread, there'd be no bread.
Being with someone, I think, from an older generation that's not your mum rushing around and doing things, that's got time to listen to you.
Well, it's not just that. I think what I learned from actually cooking with someone older that has that wisdom is I learned the connection of food, to one's soul. And for example, a very basic philosophical quote that we have is "Pan metronariston," is enjoy everything in moderation, enjoy due measure in all, which is one of the most important things that we practice in terms of our health and in terms of having balance in our life. Then there's that other amazing quote, we don't sort of eat to live, live to eat. There was so many little things, but not only that, she taught me songs. So most of our dishes, what people don't realise is we have little songs.
And is the recipe in the song?
Well, for example, in some of them it is, in others it's more the method. So in other words, how we're going to make the butter biscuits.
Wow.
What are we going to do? So there was that sort of wisdom that came with the cooking that just made it sort of fun and interesting and more sort of connected. So we were sort of connecting to the land, connecting to our soul by singing those songs and remembering the ancient. And for some bizarre reason, we've forgotten all this. It's all there, but we've forgotten it. Yeah.
And we were talking about how in the Greek kind of way of life, children are involved a lot more in the kitchen, in preparing the food.
Absolutely. Look, it's very important. The whole family is actually involved. It's not just about the women being involved. It involves the men, it involves the children. But the children are not just involved with the actual cooking, they're actually involved with the growing of the ingredients. So it's not unusual in Greece in backyards to be growing fruit and vegetable.
So when you do your Greek cooking classes, what's it called again? Greekalicious. I love that.
Greekalicious cooking.
Greekalicious.
Well, the reason why I chose that name is I wanted it to be fun and cheeky, because to Greek people, cooking is not a chore. It's actually, we all get in there, have fun, sing and dance. So
it's my favourite food.
Name.
One quick question I just wanted to ask, with the organics, because it is expensive for the everyday family to buy organic food, is it better to spend the money on organic vegetables or organic meat?
Right. I actually say both to people, because the thing with meat is it is injected with stuff, and don't forget they're actually eating grass that's full of toxins. Vegetables, they actually spray things such as, you may as well spray bacon, as I said before. That's what you're eating. So anything in its raw form should be organic.
And it's good for them.
Of course it's good for them. And I say you're better off eating a smaller quantity of quality than a big quantity full of chemicals. I think it's, it's one of those choice decisions.
You are
whether you respect yourself.
Very wise woman.
Okay.
And I'm very grateful to have spoken to you today. Thank you so much. I'm going to brush up on my cooking skills so I can come and live in Greece with you for 6 months of the year.
Come and join me.
Thank you so much. That was excellent.
So much.
Mwah.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Maria Benardis and I'm the founder of Greekalicious, and I'm here in the Daily Meal Kitchen today to make a beautiful salad from Crete called DAKO, and this recipe is out of my forthcoming book, Cooking and Eating Wisdom for Better Health. So I'm just going to start the dish. So the first thing we need to do is just to get our tomatoes ready. So what I'm going to do is just do it the old-fashioned way like my grandmother taught me, which is just to cut the tomatoes in half and then to use this very fancy device and just grate them. So there we go, we've got a generous amount there of, look at that, I mean it's just divine. Beautiful tomato, can't get any simpler than that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use these beautiful barley rusks, but I'm not going to use them all, I'm going to use about 4. And I'm going to take the garlic, and this is like a grater. So I'm just going to grate some of this lovely garlic on the bottom here. So it will give it the nice garlic flavour. And garlic, of course, is so good for us because it's antibacterial. So just like that. Now, I'll put that there. And to this beautiful mixture, we're going to add some mint. Now, there's a funny story attached to mint. In ancient Greece, it was considered an aphrodisiac. So Alexander the Great used to forbid his army having mint tea before battle because he was worried that instead of them partaking in war, they might start hugging the opposition that they were trying to have war with. So mint tea is another beautiful thing that we also make with fresh mint at home. So we're just going to put a little bit of mint in there, some beautiful generous pinch of oregano. We're going to season this with sea salt, a little bit of sea salt, cracked pepper, beautiful extra virgin olive oil from Crete, which of course the origins of olive oil. Mix that through, and I might just have a quick taste. A little bit more sea salt, a little bit more sea salt. Fantastic. And then all we do, look how simple this is, what a delicious salad, is we just simply spoon this beautiful, red, vibrant, delicious mixture with lots of aphrodisiac properties, according to the ancient Greeks, on these. Now, very important that we let this salad sit for 5 minutes because the barley rusks are so hard, you want them to soften a little. So, like that. And then the final step is I get a little bit of this gorgeous feta and just very rustically, casually, relaxed, put some of that yummy, yummy, yummy saltiness. So here we have salt and sweetness happening. Look at that. And the final step, because us Greeks can't get enough of extra virgin olive oil, is just to drizzle some of that olive oil on top. And there you have it, the beautiful barley rusks DAKO of Crete. Sure to satisfy anybody. I love coming to Marrickville to do all my Greek shopping. It's the one place in Sydney where you can come and find all your Greek ingredients and a variety of Greek shops, all in a very close proximity.
Over the last century, Marrickville has been the host to so many cultural communities, and it is constantly evolving.
The wonderful thing about Marrickville is it's no longer just a Greek little hub. You've got a melting pot of different cultures. It's where East meets West.
I'm going to buy the rest of my ingredients from my favourite Greek deli. The reason I love these little delis is because you can still find that traditional personalised customer service. You can taste things, exchange ideas and recipes. This place reminds me so much of Greece. All these wonderful Greek products. I feel like I'm a kid in a candy shop. So I wanted to get some Kalamata olives that we all know and love, but I wanted you to suggest to me some other olive that might go really nicely with that.
All right, I suggest you
What-
the cracked green.
Cracked green
Yeah,
ones?
it's really, really nice.
Or tsakistes, as we say in
Tsakistes,
Greek,
okay.
yeah?
And also we have this one south of Greece. You know, a little one, but very, very nice and tasty.
All right, can I taste one?
Of course,
Let's have a taste. Let's have a taste. Because I haven't had
That's
these ones, but
very
I've been to this area.
It's very nice.
Oh, καταπληκτικό. They're fantastic. I think definitely I'm going to use the ones from Naplia. What feta can you recommend to me, and which part of Greece is it from?
We have a lot of different kind of fetas.
Fantastic. I can see that, yeah.
My favorite is taigetos, the piperati.
Oh, now this is what you call feta, real feta. None of those sort of copies that you get at other stores where they make it with cheap cow's milk. All this feta here is made with sheep and or goat's milk, and that's the way it should be made. So here we go. Oh, Daitos is one of my favourite regions of Greece, by the way, just outside of Kalamata. But the thing I love about this, it's so smooth and peppery. That's the feta. I love it.
I suggest you get that. For
Definitely, yeah. Can I have about 400 grams of that, please? Γεια σας, addio, and I'll tell you all about it next week, how it all went. All right, bye-bye. That was a bit of an appetizer on a barley rusk, or you can have it as a salad. And essentially what we need is barley rusks. And this is what they look like. They come in different sizes, and all it is essentially is just twice baked bread. So the first thing we're going to start with is just pureeing a couple of tomatoes. So we just grate those. Just be very careful when you're grating. You don't want to grate your hands. So we're just grating them just till we get to the skin. We don't want the skin. We just want the puree of the tomato. So grate those really, really well. And that's it. And we're just left with some beautiful, beautiful tomato puree. The next step that we need to do is we get our barley rusk, and all I do is I just get the garlic and just rub that on the rusk. So we've done that. The next step is to grate our feta cheese. So we just crumble that with the fork. So we've got our feta. And then the final step is we're just going to prepare our tomato. So all we're going to do is we're going to salt and pepper this and season it. A generous amount of extra virgin olive oil. Little bit of pepper, cracked pepper, and a little bit of sea salt. Stir that really well, just so that everything combines really well. And now, very simple step. All we do is we get some of this beautiful puree and just spoon it onto the rusk, just like that. Then we add a little bit of our beautiful crumbled feta here, just like that. Then we need some beautiful oregano. I always like to look it off, use it off the branch, just like that. Final step, more extra virgin olive oil. And that's our beautiful DAKO from Crete. How simple, how delicious.
This is Maria Benardis. Maria is going to tell you all about the Greek mountain tea.
Beautiful.
And I'm ready to go into my kitchen. Sorry, guys. Bye.
We'll see you soon.
Happy cooking. Well, this is an amazing mountain tea. Sometimes it's referred to as shepherd's tea. It's been known since ancient times by Hippocrates that it has many medicinal purposes. It has a lot of floral tones and then just this very slight bitterness at the very end.
Well, let's get steeping.
So for a pot like this, I put about 10. We need to leave this for about 5 to 10 minutes on a very slow simmer.
Okay.
So you can see, Pete, that the colour is changing and it's going really beautiful and golden, but it's not extremely dark. This is how I like it. Okay, fantastic. So that's one.
That's one. Awesome.
There we go. Beautiful.
This is great. I
Lovely.
like this.
I love it, and I think it's the perfect tea to start the day because it just totally detoxifies the body. What I like to do is just put a lemon peel in there and just squeeze a little bit of lemon in there. Okay? And the other way is just some beautiful Greek thyme-infused honey.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah.
How do we say cheers in Greek?
Cheers, Ilias.
Exactly. Yum. It's perfect.
It's delicious.
I'm going to go see the other Maria and we're going to get cooking.
All right.
Thank you.
All the best. Bye.
With host Pete Evans.
We're going island hopping on the Isle of Manhattan.